Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalam ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam, amma ba'd. So recall your mentor or teacher or someone that really impacted your life. How was their character? Were they always angry, impatient, and arrogant? Or were they someone who was really humble, very kind, and very patient with you as you were learning? And so, inshallah, we're continuing our series on Imam al-Ghazali's book on disciplining the soul. And this week we're on chapter 9, which is on the signs of good character. And so, inshallah, the Imam al-Ghazali starts the chapter by giving a warning, where basically when you start your journey of trying to fight your nafs, you might think after a very short period of time that you refined your character, but that's a trap. And so the only way you really know if you've gone through your journey is if you know what good character looks like. And so Imam al-Ghazali first mentions from the Quran, from Surah Al-Mu'minun, the first 10 ayahs, which says, the faithful have triumphed, who are humble in their prayers, who shun vain talk, are payers of zakat, who guard their private parts safe from their wives or those whom their right hand possesses. But whoever desires beyond that, such are the transgressors. And who observe their pledge and their covenant, and who pay heed to their prayers, such are the inheritors. So Allah in these ayat are giving us the benchmark, right? Where are we in our character in comparison to these ayats? Where do we need to put effort in? What do we need to fix? And subhanallah, we can work towards that. And then the Imam went and talks from the hadith literature. He says, we see a ton of examples, such as when the Prophet ﷺ says, the believer loves for his brother that which he loves for himself. Whoever believes in Allah and the last day should honor his neighbor. Whoever believes in Allah and the last day should say something good or remain silent. And finally, the believer with the most perfect faith is the one with the finest character. So we know that Sunnah is all about good character and how we treat people. And subhanAllah, that's something, once again, we need to work on. And finally, he goes and starts mentioning from the pious predecessors about their quotes about adab. And he talks about, for example, that the believer feels safe from everyone except Allah, while the hypocrite fears not Allah, but all others. And the best way to test your good character is with steadfastness, especially from the suffering from other people, since good character comes from enduring that which offends. Big example, you're driving through the freeway and people are crazy. Are you going to get really angry, or are you just going to be like, alhamdulillah, I'm not going to let them affect me? And inshallah, closing up, there's a quote from Yusuf ibn Asbat who said, good character has 10 signs: reluctance to argue, fairness, never hoping for the slip-ups of others, looking for charitable interpretation of other people's misdeeds, finding excuses for them, tolerating the harm they do to one, blaming oneself, knowing one's own faults and not those of others, meeting young and old with a smile and a cheerful face, and speaking kindly to those who are superior or more humble than yourself. So may Allah make us people who have good character or exhibit the signs and work on ourselves. And may Allah protect our brothers and sisters in Palestine and Sudan and all across the world. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. جزاكم الله وإياكم. الحمد لله. جزاك الله خير.